What is good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another driving video. I basically have a crazy double deadline at the end of June, so my chances of going out and doing the walk and talk are just not really going to be happening anytime soon. So at least until the end of June, I'm going to be doing these driving episodes. Today I've got a treat for you though. I always talk about taking my guests from America or wherever on the narrowest roads possible. Well, today, you are my guests. I'm going to go on some crazy back roads where you really have to know the dimensions of your car because they're two ways and the traffic is flying at you. And basically it's a nice white knuckle special. And who knows, maybe I'll get in an accident and that'll be certain views on YouTube, right? So let's hit the road, and today's topic is going to be a little bit of a reminiscence about the area that I'm living in. I'm going to be talking about why I came to Japan. So a little bit of a personal story today. Let's get started. Okay, because we're in Japan, be sure you take your shoes off before you hit the like button. And the subscribe button is currently in season here, so now is the time to hit it. All right, let's get going. All right, I have turned on to the narrow road, one of these back roads here in Yamanashi Prefecture. So hang on to your hats. We are going to be going down some pretty narrow real estate. And today's video is probably going to sound a lot like a commercial for the Japan Exchange Teaching Program, or the JET program. If you're not familiar with it, it is a program run by the Japanese government to bring young, recently graduated college students who are, looking for something to do after graduating, maybe not jumping right into the workforce, instead looking for a little bit of adventure. Bring them over to Japan, put them into a junior high school or high school and sometimes elementary school environment, basically to teach English to kids. But honestly, the history of the JET program shows that it really was the foreign ministry that really wanted the JET program to happen, because what they really wanted was young professionals, young, well-educated people from other countries to come experience Japan and go back to their home country with a really good impression of Japan. Basically a form of soft power. Now, the soft power certainly worked on me, except I didn't do what they wanted me to. I ended up staying in Japan well past my JET program tenure. Well, not exactly, but we'll get into that in a moment. You see, it all went down in 2002. I was coming out of university and I was in a program in university where I couldn't really study abroad. Basically, if I wanted to graduate in 4 years, I would have to buckle down and watch my friends go to Germany and Italy and China and all these other places, and I wanted to go somewhere abroad too. Didn't have the opportunity. And then my friend and roommate, who was a Chinese studies major, mentioned the JET program. He said, hey, you don't have to have studied any Japanese. You can sign up for this program, and if you're accepted, you'll live and work in Japan. And it sounded great. I mean, I was already planning to be a teacher anyways, not of English, but I was planning to be a teacher. And the chance to live abroad and teach and earn money, etc., sounded like an absolutely great opportunity. So I applied for the program, and I was actually, after being accepted for an interview, doing the interview, I was actually slated to be an alternate. So I actually wasn't selected for the program initially, which was disappointing. But I soon got the call that I'd been moved up to the short list. And on the JET program application, you're allowed to sort of put down places where you might want to be placed. And, everyone puts down Kyoto and Tokyo and Osaka, that kind of thing. But the truth of the matter is these days, and even back when I was doing jet, your chances of being placed in a city were almost slim to none. And nowadays it's pretty much none, because most cities have moved to like contracting their assistant language teachers through companies rather than using the JET program anymore. So the government program still tends to send their assistant language teachers out to the countryside. Well, I'll tell you what, I was sent out to the countryside and I have no regrets whatsoever. It is absolutely beautiful out here in Yamanashi Prefecture where I am. This is where I was sent. And honestly speaking, this is just a place that I fell in love with, and I have to say that a lot of the reason why I ended up staying in Japan long term is because I was out here. I don't know, if I'd been in Tokyo, maybe I would have stayed long term, but somehow, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things I just can't actually predict or make any wise comment about. But being out here in the countryside, seeing the real Japan, getting to know people so easily in a way that you just can't in Tokyo, unless it's fueled with alcohol, I suppose. It's just one of those things that you can't replace this kind of experience. So I came out to Japan in July of 2002, and it was just overwhelming from the get-go. I mean, you're jet lagged, and they plop you down right away in Shinjuku, which is where you have your orientation. And I don't remember which way to go. I think I wanted to turn right there. Yeah, I wanted to turn right there. Oops. I don't know where this road goes. I think it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, I think it goes back to the main road. Shoot, I wanted to turn right there. Dang nabbit. Let's see if I can turn around. You might notice as I drive along here, there's mirrors on a lot of these corners. That's basically because a lot of these corners are blind, and you need a mirror to navigate around them to see if anyone is coming in the other direction. And yes, believe it or not, even though it seems like I'm taking up the entire road, this is two ways. Now, I have been on this road before, but I don't remember where it comes out. Okay, I'm gonna pull over here, let this guy pass. That's just what you have to do. If you see someone coming, you have to find a place to move over if there's not enough room to otherwise navigate. I think I can get back. Nah, I'm going to keep going straight. Yeah, I don't remember this road at all. You notice a lot of like open gutters on the side here, like my wheels could just go off the side into the river. That would not be a good thing. I've seen it happen. It has not happened to me before, knock on wood. Hopefully I can keep that record alive of never ever going into the drink. Yeah, I don't remember ever being on this road. Could be wrong about that. Normally I turn right back there, but I think they put up some railings there and it didn't look like it used to. At any rate, enough complaining. So, genuine Japan countryside driving. Now, so I got plopped down in Shinjuku, and the JET program is the Cadillac of programs. If you come over here hired by a private company, it's pretty much a given that your experience will not be as spectacular as if you are on the JET program. And part of that is, it's the whole government funding thing, right? Government has more money to play with, and they're trying, again, to encourage young professionals with soft power that Japan is this wonderful place to experience. And so they plop you down in Shinjuku, where you are put up in either the Keio Plaza Hotel or the Park Hyatt Hotel, which are both absolutely amazing hotels, pretty swank. And your first few days are in an orientation in Tokyo. The day is orientation, and the night is, go out and experience Tokyo nightlife. someone who's just graduated from university, that's kind of heaven. Although, like I mentioned, pretty overwhelming. I have to admit, it's not something that you are used to. I would say even if you come from a city like Chicago or New York, I mean, Tokyo is a different kind of animal. After those couple of days of orientation, you get basically bussed out or flown out, or depending on, how far away you have to go, out to where your final destination is. And mine wasn't so far from Tokyo, so I got onto a bus with other Yamanashi jets, and we all went out to our respective towns and cities. We had a prefectural orientation and a local orientation, and the summer group that comes in during summer vacation, so we actually didn't really have anything to do at our schools for about a month. So my memories of that first month are just etched into my mind forever, basically. And such a life-changing experience. It's just one of those things you can't easily forget, and it's something that I would recommend to anyone who wants to take an adventure on. Absolutely would recommend the JET program as a way to come over and see Japan. It's a Cadillac program in terms of salary as well. I mean, you're getting paid $3,000 a month, or basically 300,000 yen a month, and your housing is often subsidized to a certain extent. And that's not happening if you're working for a private company. Your salary will be lower, and you won't really get subsidized housing. You might get a cheaper rented place because the company's taking a cut of the rent. That's been known to happen, but you won't have the paid vacation time like you will on JET, most likely. So I had all the opportunities in the world to travel around Japan during my vacations. I went on vacations with the teachers of my school. They every month we paid a little bit of money into a kind of group fund that would then pay for a trip to Yokohama or Tokyo or somewhere, and I would go with teachers from the school, and that was always a lot of fun. And basically, it was, again, a fantastic way to experience Japan. So much so that when I went back to the States for graduate school, I actually moonlighted as a recruiter for JET. I went to job fairs around to different locations in the Midwest and met a ton of college students and tried to convince them to join the JET program. So I don't know how successful I was, but I feel like I did a pretty decent job, and I just missed my turn. I haven't done this drive in so long. Good, no one's coming straight. No. I don't know how I'm going to turn around. It's one of those things, if you make a mistake, how do you turn around? It's damn narrow. I think I can pull a U-turn. Yeah, I can turn around here. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. This is embarrassing. I used to have local knowledge. Not anymore. Roads change a little tiny bit and I get lost. That's embarrassing. You're getting the scenic route. Now, people drive along this road like bats out of hell. I mean, like I said, everyone kind of knows the dimensions of their car. Oh, there's the train. Perfect timing. The Fuji-Q line. Stopping for pedestrians. If you've ever come to Kawaguchiko or, came to climb Mount Fuji on the Yamanashi side, you probably rode one of those Fuji-Q line trains. It's the only train line that comes anywhere close to the mountain, basically. If you go up the Shizuoka side or the southern side, it's probably going to involve a bus ride somehow. Although a lot of people come here by bus too. The bus from Shinjuku to Kawaguchiko or Fuji Yoshida is cheaper than the train. So if you're trying to save money and you want to come out to Mount Fuji, definitely take the bus. But the train certainly has some amazing views, and it goes through countryside like this. And the bus is all kind of up on a raised highway, and it's not quite as pretty. But at any rate, I can't speak enough about my initial experience of the JET program and being in Japan and coming here on that particular program. I would recommend it to anyone, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm going to start concentrating on my driving. So I'm going to sign it off here. Sorry for the kind of stunted, well, maybe I'll just keep the camera running and you can watch the drive. I'm just going to shut up for a bit. So if you haven't hit that like button already, please remember to take off your shoes before doing so. And the subscribe button is still in season, so now is the best time you could possibly subscribe. Please do so. Comment on the video. I like to hear your comments and ideas and observations. If you have an idea for a topic you'd like to hear me talk about, I'd absolutely love to entertain topics that you would like to hear. So please let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and after the end of June I'll be back to the walk and talk style, so please look for those. I drop a new video every single Friday. Thanks for watching this one. I'll catch you next Friday. Peace. Giant truck on this narrow road. Can you believe it? Yes, a truck that size is going to ride on the roads that you just saw me drive on.